Hey guys, so with the new academic year about to begin, I wanted to show you how to set up the perfect academic planner. This one right here is from Ink Outside the Box, which is my stationery brand, and we currently have an offer on where if you use the code class of 2021, you can get this and a wall planner in a little bundle. So this is how you set it up. So this is the first page. It says, I'll make a plan out of you, because of course I had to put a pun in there. We then turn the page again, and we have this page right here, which says this planner belongs to, and the point of this page is so that if you are like me and quite prone to losing things, this will hopefully find its way back to you. So I'm going to turn it over and let's fill it in. So here you have space to fill in your name, your email address, your phone number, or your address. You could fill in all of the above if you wanted to, but obviously you can just fill in what you feel comfortable with. Also, there's a space to put medical info, which I just thought might be potentially life-saving in some random situation. I don't know. But if you had like allergies or something, you could put them in there in case someone finds you struggling, and this could tell them everything they need to know. Anyways, next page is the contents page. And this basically just tells you which pages to turn to for everything in the planner. We then have an introduction, which I wrote, which basically just explains about the planner, and then a how to use your planner guide. But that's essentially what this video is. We also have key holiday dates and alternative holiday dates. Anyways, moving on. We then have this page for birthdays. For example, I'm gonna write in my birthday. On the 18th of October right there. Who else can we write in? My mum is on the 9th of September, that's coming up. My dad is the 11th of August. Right in here, my brother is the 27th of June. And I just think this is the perfect way to visualize where everyone's birthdays is, so you never forget and you don't have to rely on Facebook to tell you. We then have term dates. So you can write in here when all of your different term dates are, including when half term and holidays are. So let's say your start date is the 13th of September and the end date is the 14th of December. You may have a little half-term break between the 7th to the 18th of October, and this is just a nice way to be able to keep track of all of those dates. Next page is this double page spread for your deadlines. I divided this up into assignment deadlines and then also exam deadlines because I think it's useful to separate those two. English exam is on the 27th of June. Biology is on the 28th. God, that would be intense. Actually, exam boards are Satan themselves, so let's put maths on the same day as biology because that's literally what they would do. And then history, you got a nice big gap, and this one's on the 3rd of July. Why am I invested in this? On the next two pages, we have space to write in academic staff info and your extracurricular activities. I feel like this is really useful. Basically, the idea is to create a big book that has every piece of information you could possibly need, so that when you are thinking, oh shit, what time is that society? It's written down, it's right here. Oh God, how do I contact that professor? Oh, it's right there, you know? Basically, we're creating a hub of all of the information that you could ever possibly need. So as an example, let's say your professor is Dr. Archibald. Their email might be dr.archie at uni.com. And then here, I think this is really useful, especially if you're at university, to know their office hours. I mean, if you're at sixth form or something as well, like it is still useful to know which one is their office so that if you need to go and find them, you can, or even like their classroom. But especially at university, a lot of professors will have office hours. So let's say Dr. Archibald's office hours are from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. in MA1. You see what I mean? It's useful to have that written down. And then with your extracurricular activities, let's say you have Hummus Appreciation Society. You meet on Mondays at 8 p.m. and then you might put the email address or like Facebook page for that society. When I was at uni, I was a member of so many different societies and I found it super confusing trying to know where I needed to be and when, so that's why that is in there. Then we have this page, which is just useful contacts and websites. So I've compiled a list of what I think are the best mental health resources to look after yourself, apps and productivity kind of websites to help you get work done, and then also the websites where you can get student discount like Unidays, Student Beans and NUS. Next up we have this page for the book lovers. This is to keep track of every book that you've been recommended. So I divided it up into required reading, so things that maybe you need to read for your course or for your lessons, and then this bit where it's just recommended reading. So this could be things that your friends recommend to you, or also things that academic staff recommend that you read for further research. You know, if you go to a lecture that really interests you, and they say, hey, if you want to learn more, read this book, this is where you write it down, keep track, and read it, because reading is power. Anyways, next page is your goals for the year. So all of the big long-term goals that you want to achieve. So I might say I want to hand in homework on time and before the deadline. This was something I was particularly bad at doing. Hand in homework on time every time. Nice. I like to always draw in little tick boxes so that when you've done it, you can just tick it off. And the idea of this is just to give you focus and set kind of realistic goals for yourself at the beginning of the year that you can work towards. And then on this side, we have your grade tracker, which I think is really useful to keep track of how you're doing in each subject. Chemistry test, and you got 6 out of 10, and that's like a B. I think it's useful just to keep track of these things so you know how you're achieving, where you need to focus more on. And then when it comes to like revision season, you can look back. In fact, maybe you should put in here like atoms test, something like that, just so you know like which areas specifically you need to focus on rather than just the subject. I think that would be a useful way to use the grade tracker. I love this double page spread. It basically is a way to visualize your whole year. So you've got every date in 2021 from January to December, and then exactly the same thing for 2022. Yeah, like I said, I love this double page spread. I think it's really nice to be able to visualize the whole thing. And it took us quite a long time to work out exactly how many boxes we needed and how to lay this out in the most beautiful way. So yeah, moving on. We then have the start to the actual planner. I love these double page divider spreads. This page, the like monthly dividers are actually thicker so that when you flick through the planner, it naturally falls onto these pages. And it's easy to kind of navigate the planner as you go. So at the beginning of each month, we have this, and this is basically your monthly overview. Now, what I like to do is use a highlighter, and let's say I'm gonna be on holiday. I mean, I wish we could be on holiday at the moment. So let's say I was gonna be on holiday from the 12th to the 18th. What I would do is highlight like this, and then I might be going on like a camping trip just after that, like here, and I would highlight that a different color so that when I look at the month overview, if someone says to me, hey, you're free on the 19th, I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, I am free, but it is between 2 trips, so is that the perfect time for me to be going and doing something? I don't know. And again, I would just write things in here, like if I had a conference on this day, I would write that conference in there, and various things, like just what you're doing on each particular day so that you're blocking out time, and I find that really useful. Then, this is the weekly divider spread. So at the top of the page, it will tell you what month it is, and then here you have each day of the week. For me, it was really important to make sure that you had a box for Saturday and a box for Sunday, because often planners group those two things together, and I find that really annoying because it suggests that you don't make plans or don't do any work on the weekend, when a lot of students and young people will have jobs or social plans, and actually these days are just as important to plan as every other day of the week. You'll notice at the top left there is just this kind of blank space with some lines, and I did this deliberately so that you could write in whatever you wanted. I know that some people like to put in a motivational quote or kind of like big goals for the week. You know, things that don't necessarily need to be done on specific days, but something you're going to be working on throughout the whole week, like an essay or revising for a specific test. Because I did an English degree which required a lot of reading, I used to use this space here to write in the books that I needed to read each week, because obviously it's hard to predict how long it will take you to read each particular book. So instead of writing them on specific days, I would just write them up here with a tick box so that I knew which bits of reading I'd done for the following week. There's also gaps here next to each of the days of the week, and I used to use that for writing in my meal plan, so what I was going to make for dinner each night. So for example, here I might have chicken pasta. Can't go wrong with a little chicken pasta, right? Might write in stir fry here, but I know whenever I make stir fry, I make double the amount I actually can eat, so I'll have stir fry 2 nights in a row, and I find this quite useful just for planning out my meals over the course of the week. And then let's use Friday the 6th of August as an example. So for example, I might go to the gym at 9. So you can see I've put in the time there and then the activity next to it. But then at 11, I have a meeting. At 12, there's a lecture. At 2:30, I'm going for lunch with some friends. And then maybe at 9 p.m, there is a party. But also on Friday, I have a to-do list of things that can be done at any point during the day. So in here, I would add a little tick box, and then I might put like laundry or like pay bills kind of thing. Do you see what I mean? So I'm like keeping track of the things that I need to do. But those things don't have a specific time. And so then you've got that for every single week throughout the whole year. Obviously, we then come into September, and then as you can see, each month is a completely different color, so that it's easy to visually see which one is which. Like I said, each one has this divider and the monthly overview before the weekly overview as well. And then we come into 2022. Oh, and I forgot to mention, at the end of each month, you also have a notes page just for like miscellaneous notes that you may need to make. Some little tips and tricks for you when you're using this spread. Firstly, if you have a deadline on, let's say, Friday, write it in on Friday in red ink. Then maybe like 2 days before, write it in blue ink. And then 2 days before that, write it in black ink. So basically, you can see how the deadline is getting closer and closer and more urgent because, you know, just because something's due on Friday, it doesn't mean you can start it on Thursday night or do it on Friday. Sometimes you need to start thinking about it on Monday in order to be prepared for Friday. And also, I would use highlighters to color code different things. So for example, for me, I used to put lectures in like pink, extracurricular activities in purple, I'd have work in orange, social stuff in green, that kind of thing, so that when I looked at my weekly spread, I could really easily see like what I had on and what day. And I think basically it's all about making visual tools to make your life as easy as possible, so that all you have to do is flick open a page. Okay, well, not that one, because that's a divider. Flick open a page like so, and it tells you exactly what you need to do and when. Now, once we come out of the final month, by the way, the planner runs from August to August inclusive, so you get August 2021 and August 2022. So the planner actually includes 13 months, so you get lots of value there. You've got a bunch of extra notes pages, as well as some space to do mind maps of your summer plans. Let's say I want to go to Spain, and I want to do a sunset swim. You can put that all in there. Then we also have these blank pages just for random doodles, because I know that that's important. And then also at the back, a habit tracker. I love this. So you turn the planner this way, and then you have every month written out like this. And so basically what you can do is write in here the habits that you want to pick up. So that could be going to the gym, it could be 8 hours of sleep every night, it could be drinking enough water, like 2 liters of water, it could be to read before bed. And then each day as you go through the month, you can fill in whether you did that thing or not. So let's say on the 1st of August, I managed to go to the gym. I did not sleep 8 hours and I did not drink my 2 liters of water, but I did read before bed. Then on the 2nd, I actually managed to do all 4 of these things. And then basically over the course of the month, you can start to see whether you actually managed to do things and what you're picking up as an actual habit. So here you can see, yeah, I've got the reading under wraps. And I think that's a really nice way to keep track of whether you are actually doing the things that you want to do. So like I said, you've got that for every month. And then we come to this page. Here I have some custom Spotify playlists that I have created for focusing, for boosting your productivity. And there's also this one called Main Character Energy, which is just for hyping yourself up. And then finally, we have the timetable. So just in the back of here, you can keep track of what you need to be doing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is perfect for once you get your timetable for lectures or for lessons. And you can write in the times yourself. In previous years, we had times already written down in here, but I appreciate that everyone's schedule is completely different, and so I thought it's better for you to be able to either start your day at 7 or 8, end your day at like 9 or 8 p.m. You can choose. And there's 3 of those because I know that a lot of timetables vary. At sixth form, usually week 1 and week 2, and then at university, usually week 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, that takes us to the back of the planner. As you can see, this is available from Ink Outside the Box, and this is the beautiful design on the back. I love these colors. As I said before, these are available at inkoutsidethebox.co.uk, and there is now an exclusive offer where if you use the code class of 2021, you can get this and the academic wall planner for a discounted price. So go check it out, and love you loads. I hope this has helped for setting up the planner, and have a great day. Bye.